Hello everybody, my name is Junaid Qureshi and I make videos about tech and creativity. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. And if any of these things excites you, consider subscribing. So this is the third video which I'm making about the beginner's photography. You can say tutorials or know-how about equipment, and then from knowing your equipment to taking a photograph, and from auto to manual. So this is a third part of my this new series. I don't know how long this series is going to get, because things will get, in way different directions when we will progress more and more. So let's recap it first. In first video, I told you the button layout of your camera, what all these buttons do. And in second video, I walk you through the menu system of my camera, or maybe it's your camera as well. It depends which camera you are using. And now today, my plan is to take my camera out and shoot a picture or a video in auto mode. And after shooting in auto mode, then you will realize that how much control you have on your camera and how much you have to rely on auto system. So first we are going to walk out. We will set up our camera the way you can see what settings are changing in the camera and what I'm shooting. And then I will show those pictures or videos on screen as well. And I will voice over on all these videos that what I'm seeing and what was my experience. And then we will head to some verdict. So let's plan how to mount everything on this camera. So there are two things I want to capture with this camera. First, the screen of this camera, so you can see what I am shooting and what is happening on the screen, what changes our camera is taking while taking that picture. And then there will be a POV camera on top of it, so you will see the lens and the frame as well. So I don't have any cage on this camera, but I did some work around to mount my smartphone to capture the LCD of this camera, and to mount my Insta1R on top of it to take a POV video. So what we are going to do, I have this, these are bits and pieces. I just joined everything together. This is a handle grip of my FX3. I took it out, and this is a friction arm, and this is a smartphone holder, you can say that. Let's first install it on the camera. So this is how it is. Now you can see, this is how we are going to see what's happening on the screen of our camera. This is the perfect thing. Now we are going to install our Insta1R. Insta1R is a very good camera. You can have 360 module and a 4K module, both at a time. So I have installed a 4K module, a normal action camera module. So this is it, guys. Yeah. This is how I'm going to use this camera. How cool is that? So our camera is all set. I'm going to take it out somewhere, maybe on my rooftop, just to show you that how these things works, how changes will happen in real time. Even with the small movement in auto, you will see lots and lots of changes. So after doing this shoot, I will come back, put everything in computer, and I will do some voiceovers. Then we will take out some verdict as well. So without any further ado, let's pick up the camera and go for a shoot. All right, so here we are at our rooftop. You keep your eye on this lower side of my camera screen. You see shutter is changing, f-stop is changing automatically. And when we click, the ISO and everything is still. And then now we are moving to another shot. It's 1:400 f8. Let's go to another shot. It's 1:160 and f-stop 5. So it's doing it all by itself. You can see on the screen that everything is changing. Whatever this camera sensor is seeing or getting from the light, it's making a decision. Nothing is in our control. Now it's 1:80, and before it was 1:160. This picture we are taking, it's again 1:80 and then f4. So it's mainly changing f-stop or shutter speed and keeping ISO at 100, which is quite good for ISO, because the lower the ISO means the lower the noise. But it never the same whenever it takes pictures. So you can very well see on the screen that things are changing all by itself. I cannot control anything while shooting auto. It's a very good example for you. Some pictures are good, some are not, but I have no control over that, should I expose it over or not. Now let's jump to video mode. Now we are in video mode. I wanted to shoot everything in 4K 24 frame per second, but our shutter speed is already off. It's 1 upon 125 and it should be 1 upon 50, and it's changing the f-stop and ISO in this case. Or maybe you just keep your eye on the lower side of the camera where your shutter speed and f-stop and ISO is. Now you can see f-stop is f11, shutter speed is like too high, it's 1 is to 500. And now I'm changing the scene, and now we are having this bulb in frame. You can see shutter speed is changing, f-stop is fixed now, f11. So it's too high for the taste of like proper motion blur. I'm rotating it everywhere, and you can see very well that f-stop is like changing, and the lower shutter speed I'm getting is 1 upon 125. It's not going below that. And if our shutter speed is double the frame rate of what we are shooting, then you will get a very good motion blur, but not in this case. This video is going to be very jittery, just like your smartphone. So you're not taking full advantage of your camera actually. I'm just moving it all over the place just to show you how things are changing. I cannot control a single thing. I cannot change a single thing while doing it. We are in continuous shooting mode. It's recording, and in between recording, it's changing everything. So you can very well understand that the quality of your video could never be the same in every shot because everything is changing. Sometimes f-stop is like 5, sometimes it's f11. Shutter speed is sometimes f1 is to 125, or sometimes it's 1 is to 500. So everything you will see in your post when you will try to edit this video, that things are changing, and color grading and matching a shot, everything is very difficult when you are shooting in auto mode. So the best thing is obviously you get the full control of your camera, but as I said before, it's not one day job. You have to go step by step and have to understand the proper exposure triangle, which I'm going to tell you about in next video. I'm trying to go to every single corner where I shot a picture. So just to give you that how things are changing in video mode. Our ISO is 200 and our shutter speed is too high, our f-stop is too high. With the higher f-stop, you cannot get so much depth in your shot. Background separation isn't very good. It depends that on which focal length you are in. So this is it. We have shot everything. We have videos, we have photos. Now let's get to our studio and talk about this, and I'll tell you the next plan. All right, we are back to our studio, and you have seen what I have tried to teach you and to tell you that if you are shooting in auto mode, you have nothing in control. Your shutter, your ISO, your f-stop, everything has been controlled by the camera. Whatever camera decides, you can only control your frame. That's it. So if you are really serious about getting into photography or videography, then you must get away from this auto system. I'm not saying that you can do it overnight or you should do it right away. There are few steps. Fortunately, I jumped from auto to manual like this. I never use this aperture priority, shutter priority. I always use manual mode. So I was lucky that I learned it so quick. So this is what I believe that I'm going to teach you, that how you can move from auto to manual. Because in these new cameras with their LCD, which is showing you what is happening when you are changing any of the shutter or ISO, it will give you a live view of your scene. Actually, you can say that your brighter sides, your shadows, your everything, your colors. So it is very easy to control everything. All you have to decide that which thing you want to keep stationary. For an example, if you decide to keep your ISO at 100 or your f-stop at f2.8, if your lens support that, then there is only one thing left, and that's your shutter speed. You can play with your shutter speed. I mean, it's all up to you. And if you increase your shutter speed, you will see your picture will get darker. If you decrease your shutter speed, your picture will get brighter. And it's very easy to do. So in my next video, I will teach you exposure triangle, and that's the main thing which will let you move from auto to manual. So I hope you like today's video and you like my effort of telling you that why you should stay away from auto and why you shouldn't stay on auto for the longer period of time. If you like today's video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Till then, peace.